It's just if you were to draw up the preseason before this, do you like having that type of late game experience and in-game situations that you can't replicate in practice?
Yeah, I thought we got good situations and handled them pretty well. Game like tonight, you're just trying to give yourself a chance. Possession by possession. I thought the group tonight did that, and we'll watch all these end of games and learn from them. Without discrimination, for sure.
In about 75 minutes of the preseason, Vasa has 24 assists. I'm just curious what you have thought about the way that he's play-made and the things he's still adjusting to.
Yeah, if he played 150 minutes, he'd have 48. So.
Coach, just your thoughts on the Tulsa crowd?
Yeah, great coming up here. Always feel welcome. Great enthusiasm. I thought there was a nice little buzz in there. Excited to see our players. Our players appreciate the statewide support for sure.
In the opening minutes of this game, it seemed like they just had a hand on every shot that you guys put up in the paint. You finished plus 20 and points in the paint tonight. Just what did you think of kind of the course correction, getting good looks there?
Yeah, we were a little hasty early, I thought, all the way around, and then course corrected very nicely out of the first time out. And were able to generate good shots the rest of the game. Thought we played well together, moved the ball side to side, played for one another. I thought overall offensively, process was good tonight. Didn't shoot it as well as we had in other games, but it was encouraging.
And then Kaysen down the stretch, just an incredible hustle to dive on that loose ball, get a steal in the crunch time position. Just what are you seeing from him over the course of this preseason so far?
Well, it was good to have him back. Tried to get him some good run tonight. Which we accomplished, and he's just a competitor, a winner. He doesn't play the score, he doesn't play his box score, he just plays the next possession hard. Really engaged competitor for a young player, so certainly very excited about him. Was happy to see him out there tonight.
What would you think of what Chet did tonight when he was in there, and just kind of how he's progressed?
Yeah, pretty good. I thought a little hasty early, like the rest of our team, and then settled into the game nicely. He's progressed really well. He's, it starts with the fact that he worked really hard to get himself back to this point, with that rehab, with great discipline. I give him a lot of credit for that, so I'm happy for him that he's out there competing again and that's behind him. So that's the most important thing. And then off to a good start, the whole team, just investing in the system on both ends, trying to build a strong foundation before we start the season. And like I said, we'll layer at a later point in time, but I think we've all gotten off to a pretty good start here.
No wasted time in the NBA preseason. You got a one-score game, less than a second. Does stuff like that excite you? You have stuff in the back of your head. You're like, man, I can use that right now. Like drawing it up. I saw you with the coaches, just kind of drawing up some stuff before you went over to the players. Just any time that you get a chance to draw up a game-winning play or game-tying situation, is that exciting?
Yeah, the guys are competing hard. They deserve, they're giving their best. They deserve our best, regardless of circumstance. So they're always going to get our best, whether it's practice, game, whatever.
I believe that J-Dub started on the bench in the second half and then came back in.
Mm-hmm.
Was that about just getting J-Dub a different look or the process there?
We change the lineup at halftime sometimes, and we have to get used to that. And so we knew we were going to do that coming into the game to normalize it, and that's fair game. If it's best for the team, then we're going to do it.
Olivier Sarr got extended minutes again tonight. What did you think about his game?
He's active, bouncy big, good rim protector. We wanted to get a look at another big with Chet, him with Chet, as we did the other night against Milwaukee, trying to learn what that looks like, what the trade-offs are, what the benefits are. I thought we got good information there tonight. And he's ready. I give him credit. Just he's been in our program on and off for 3 years now, and professional, high character, and deserves the opportunity. He's earned it, and we got a couple guys out, so we decided to give him a look tonight.
Whenever you have a situation like that, or you're trying to look at two bigs, for example, is there any sort of target sample that you're looking for to make a decision?
No, it's just every time you look at it, it just kind of gives you a more firm body of work. It's early, so way more than right now, but every time you get a look at something, it gives you a little more confidence. But the players change, the team changes throughout the course of the year, especially a team as young as us. So we got to stay open-minded.
Look, they're obviously not the same player, but does having Sarr and Chet play a little give you some baseline to look at if you were to play Poku and Chet together, for example?
Or Jay Will or any other big, yeah. Just really it's Chet out there with another big, and we downsized tonight. We'll do that as well. But yeah, it's all fair game.
Well, one more follow-up on that. You said you guys have gotten good information from seeing Chet out there with another big. Like, what are some of your kind of first impressions?
I mean, a lot of it's like moving him out of pick and roll defense situations. You put Sarr on the main roller, and now he becomes kind of a weak side defender, and that's how a lot of teams have used good rim protectors. Memphis does that with Jackson. Durant's done that for years. Giannis does that with Milwaukee. Golden State uses Draymond Green like that. There's a lot of evidence of teams utilizing that, and then we need to get the information with him. In the pick and roll as well, and then the offensive trade-offs of that. If fives have to guard him, that can be a dilemma. But at the same time, if smalls are on him, we want to see what that looks like and how it impacts the rest of the lineup. And with Shea out tonight, we thought it was a good opportunity to do it.
Are you satisfied with what you got out of preseason?
No, not at all. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I mean, we got good run and got the developmental guys, good experience. We're able to see everybody 1 through 18, tried to look at some different things while also investing in the rhythm of the team. So I thought it was good. Now we've got 5 days. We have some critical practices coming up. We need to be better by the first game than we are right now, and this group will be.
How do you kind of approach it? Do you want to scrimmage some? Do you want to go hard? Do you want to ease back some as you get closer? How do you approach a gap before it starts?
We'll go hard this weekend. We need to play. We need to play together. We need to compete. We have a young team. It's not time for jog-throughs. We're going to go out there and compete and learn. And the best way to learn is to compete and play 5-on-5 or man-on-man, and we'll do that. And then coming out of the weekend, we'll back off and start to gear up for the year.
Davis got another 4 3-pointers off in 7 minutes.
Yep.
What'd you think of his night?
Yeah, I mean, he was in character.
Anybody else? Thanks, Coach.
For Josh, another tight game for these young guys to play tonight in the preseason. What have you made of just all these opportunities to get these situations you might not get in practice?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you can only practice and simulate gameplay so much, and I think these preseason games are perfect for, obviously building chemistry with each other, but working on things that we need to get better at. And I think we've been in situations late game, which is exactly what our team needs. How to execute down the stretch, when to foul, when not to foul, when to call timeouts, when not to. So these late game situations where it's been, 2-3 points either way have been perfect for us. And although we didn't win, either of them, it's just good learning experience going into the season that we know what we need to do down the stretch to execute and close out games. So I think from these, 4 or 5 games, there's a lot to take out of it. I think we're a better team today than we were, 2 weeks ago at the start of preseason, but obviously a lot to get better at, and I think we're ready to, hit the ground running in Chicago.
You guys had that great hustle play that ended with your pass to Lou on the cut. Just what did you make of guys, diving on the floor and making that type of play for the crowd here?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, who's in that passage was great, getting on the floor, everyone, Jalen, and then Lou finished it off, but I think just showing that, hustle and guys willing to get on the floor in a preseason game kind of speaks volumes of the guys that we have on this team. They put their body on the line for this group and make winning plays. So that's, obviously it's a preseason game, but that carries forward those type of little, 1% things that don't show up on stat sheets, but, internally are really valued and make a big, difference in winning and losing games.
Josh, you guys played 5 preseason games. Just how much growth do you guys feel as a group from the start of that first game to where you are now?
Oh, a lot. I mean, there's a lot to get better at still, but I think the improvements that we've made, integrating you guys into the team, building chemistry with each other, figuring out different lineups. Guys have been, in different rotations, so it's been great. In that sense that these games, as I said to Gel, you can only simulate so much gameplay at practice, and these opportunities to come out and compete against NBA teams is awesome for us. And we love these type of games because it gives us opportunity to work on things that we need to get better at, and without overstressing the win or loss. It's not the end of the world in these type of games. So I think we definitely got a lot out of these games, but there's a lot to get better at. But most importantly, I think we're a better team now than we were a couple weeks back, and we're ready to start the season.
Josh, you talk about integrating those guys. Obviously, one of those guys is Chet, a rookie starter. How would you assess just from point A to point B in preseason, how he's come?
He's been great. I mean, understands his role, does it, to perfection. I think he just gives us that, rim protection that we kind of lacked last year, and we know that us guards can get up on the ball and kind of pressure it because we've got him behind us. So, he's obviously a big difference maker for what we're doing, and I think he's found a way of trying to, not being too hungry, too early to come in and try and prove, how good he is. He's let the game come to him, and he, his talent speaks for itself when he's out there. So, great team guy, great teammate. But I think, adding him into this team has been very easy, and it's a credit to him. He could have come in and kind of done his own thing, but he's slotted in seamlessly, and the transition from the group we had last year to this year feels, it hasn't been too much difference.
Mark talked a lot about the two big lineup of Chet and Olivier Sarr. What's that like from your perspective as the facilitator to have both those guys on board?
It's great. I mean, two real lob threats. I mean, I haven't thrown a lot of lobs in my career so far, so it's good to have those guys out there and work on different things in the pick and roll and get a different option. And obviously they had a two big lineup with Duran and Stewart, so we matched that, and I thought those two were great tonight.
You led the team in rebounding and free throw attempts. Just getting to the line and kind of making yourself a menace on the board. Was that like something that you wanted to do, or is that just came during gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, rebounding I've always loved doing. I always crash the boards, and free throws, obviously, I've been trying to get to the line a little bit more. I've obviously struggled with it my first 2 years, so, I got there tonight. It's just a matter of making them now and, being confident at the line and converting and not letting, those opportunities slip.
What did you think of the way Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams played tonight?
Both were horrible tonight. Need a lot more from them both.
We'll be better next time. You stole one. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
Go ahead, take the chair. Is there another chair, or we gotta like
Half
half?
We got another chair.
Just a guy.
Had a 6-hour drive.
Let's knock it out.
Hey, Giddey, you didn't steal it, bro. You're good. I had 5.
Good.
But if I'm at that 2 range, you gotta let me get one. Huh? I had 0. Huh? Yo, Giddey, you stole some, bro.
You have zero.
I told you he steals them.
You ain't gotta tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
Hey, I'm making space for you over there, all right?
Yeah, no, I'm playing the 4. I'm just boxing people out.
Go ahead.
Jalen, just what do you take away from the preseason as a whole and the way that you all kind of rack up more experience tonight as a group?
That was our last one? Oh, I thought we ended up better than, obviously we started, which is the goal. I think everybody's getting really comfortable playing with each other pretty quickly. So I think there's obviously a lot to improve on, and we'll be able to do that over the course of the season. But just as far as like basics and fundamentals, I thought we did a good job kind of implementing what we wanted to the start of preseason. So.
Chet, you had a long wait, and you had these 5 games kind of all in a rush. Now you get another week or so before you play games that count. What did you think of all of this, and what do you take from it?
Yeah, I know everybody says that these games don't count and they don't mean anything, but they're still extremely important, and from our point of view, they do count. This is where we build the habits and build the muscles that we're going to need for the next 82 games and hopefully more. And that's kind of the approach we tried to take to it, and not overlook anything and get better with each game.
Chet, both of you guys, there's some excitement, some buzz about the young core and the future of this franchise. What does success for this team look like this year?
I'm just taking it day by day.
Yep.
A lot of it is just, I think how we view success is probably different. Everybody wants to get better each individual day. We don't really look ahead to, each game. Like, I think we're going to take a lot even from like this last game and kind of move on from there and kind of let everybody else decide that and just kind of be within the team. I don't think anybody's really pressed to look down the road when we have 82 games, and then obviously want to play past that too. So I don't think anybody in our staff organization is really worried about that. Just kind of getting better every day is a big thing for us.
Chet, you still haven't played an NBA game. Oh, this has been preseason, so is there an anticipation? I mean, honestly, like you said, people say that these don't count, but like you're going to play your first NBA game here in less than a week. Is there like a bubbling anticipation there?
No different than any day I get to wake up and play basketball. I love the hoop, so it's kind of the same feeling every day. When I wake up, I'm like, I'm blessed. I get to play basketball and get paid to do it. So, I really never complain when I wake up
Get paid
and get to play. So,
Chet, you seem to have a knack for the blocks staying in play and it results in some transition offense. Is that something that you picked up as a skill, or is that just the way the ball bounces sometimes?
A little bit of both. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you try to keep it in bounds. Sometimes the opportunity isn't there, but whenever you can, it usually leads to, like you said, a transition play, which is an efficient play for us, especially the way we want to play. So I do my best. Sometimes it just happens naturally.
Chet, I don't know if you were back there yet, but at one point Josh was saying he thought that integrating you in has been pretty easy. For other guys, it's been pretty seamless. Has it felt that way to you, adjusting to being with this group?
Yeah, it's easy to play with great players. So,
Aw.
nice. Yeah, it felt pretty good. Just not trying to like come in and just do too much. Be assertive and make my presence felt on the game the way I play, but at the same time understanding that these dudes can hoop too. So kind of figuring out how to get the chemistry to fit together and really make each other better, which I feel like we've all done a good job of.
Question in the back. So with us having a couple days off, or a couple days between our next game, it's Zeus's birthday on Sunday. Are y'all thinking about getting Zeus anything as a birthday gift, or?
Next question, please.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Are you planning to get him anything for his birthday?
Yes.
What are you getting?
I'm inviting y'all's dogs to my house. For his birthday.
Okay, let's do it.
My dog got to be outside. My dog not really.
Let's do it.
Chet, throughout the preseason, you guys have been mixing in Olivier Sarr lineups with you. Do you have a preference of what you feel more comfortable with a big next to you, or just alone out there as a big?
Whatever coach decides, I feel like it's my job to go out and execute whatever the game plan is, and whether the big fella's in there or not, I try to do that to the best of my abilities, as well as I'm sure all these guys do. And O's a great player, and he plays really hard, and anytime he's on the floor, we're happy to have him, and we love playing with him. So when coach puts him out there, we're excited.
Anybody else?
Oh God, I played the 3 today.
Thanks, guys.
You like that?
Yeah.